Ciao familia and welcome to another YouTube video. In this video, like the title says, we're going to be looking at how to grow your upper booty, aka your shelf, aka the top area of your glutes, or gluteus medius and minimus in a scientific way. Now, before we start, don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you want me to build the perfect plan for you that focuses on the areas that you want to focus on and your goals, link in the description below, including meals and everything. And you can have me as your pocket PT. So you can speak to me, you can message me, we can speak to each other. I can see your progress, adjust your plan along the way. Now, the first thing I want you to know when it comes to building the shelf, let's have a look. Okay, for representation, not being weird at all here, by the way, or try not to anyway, but we have to consider something called genetics. Okay, so a lot of people will have different ways and different ways they look. Let's take into account two different types of people for now. We have the person, the way they grow the bum, when they start growing it, they grow it in a little bubble butt type. So we got the bubble butt type that grows like that kind of thing. And then we have the second type, where that I think I'm in, that kind of develops more downwards, but is larger. So rather than developing like this, it develops more like that. Doesn't make sense. I'll try and put a sort of a representation that I will have designed so that you know what I mean. But you will know what I mean. Some of us they have like a bit of a more bubble butt, and then and others they've got like a bit more down kind of thing. So that will also have an impact on whether or not your bum will be more prominent. However, there are some exercises that you can perform that can help the look and improve the look of the top shelf to make it basically stick out more. Okay, like this. You know, being weird now. So now the first mistake that people don't actually realize, or they know and they maybe ignore it, they decide to unsee it in some way, is the glutes. We just don't have the glutes as a one muscle, okay? We have three. And if you followed me for a while, if you've subscribed, and if you're a real one, I watch you. I love my real ones, by the way. If you're like that, you will know that there's three muscles that compose our glutes. We have a gluteus maximus, which is the largest bit of the glutes, basically the bottom area. And then we've got the top area, which is composed of the gluteus medius and minimus overlapping each other, okay? But what do people do? What is the mistake, and why do I start putting my hands out every time I start getting passionate about this? My Italianness comes out. What do people make the mistake of? They start doing squats, great. They start doing deadlifts, great. They start doing hip thrusts, great. Lunges, Bulgarian split squats, RDLs, even a cable variation, cable kickbacks like this. You know the ones that I'm going to show you downstairs when we go, the one that looks like this. Amazing, all great. Glute upper extensions, amazing, all great. But what are you missing on? You're making a mistake here. You're not making a mistake. These are all great exercises, but you're not considering isolation exercises, which are also as important as your main compound exercises. And you're not training your side glutes. And now I know that some of people will start, like hating on me, saying, but look, if you train your gluteus maximus, you also train in some way your gluteus medius and minimus because they are interconnected. Yes, they are interconnected indeed. However, there is ways to specifically target, oh my God, there's someone staring at me from the window, weird. So there is way to specifically target an area more than another with a particular exercise. The same way when blokes train the upper body and they have to target the arms and the shoulders from different sides, they've got the medial, the front, etc. The same thing is for the glutes that people don't understand. Okay, oh my God, my Italian accent is actually coming out more when I get passionate about something. Now, before we go, because we're about to go, the door is there, I'm about to walk there and take you with me. But before we go, listen to me. A lot of people, another mistake that a lot of people make, and that's why I'm here to help you, okay? a lot of people tend to get confused then. They follow so many people and they see, oh, you should be doing step-ups, you should be doing Bulgarians, you should be doing this. And I understand you as a beginner watching these things and all these different people saying one thing and another. You'll be like, oh my God, where do I start? That's why majority of people, they just end up like leaving it because they don't know what to do. And I agree with you and I sympathize with you because I once was like you. That's why you should just be following me and doing my plan because that will be the perfect thing. But anyway, link down below for that. Anyway, you can't focus on doing 20 exercises, 10 exercises in one session because person A says this, person B says this, person C says this. You need to pick a set of exercises and focus on those and stop trying to add 1,000 things because that is counterproductive. You can't do too much. Too much of everything is counterproductive. You will be overtraining. Doing too many exercises once will get you too sore. You will not be able to train again. It will have the opposite effect of growth, okay? So you want to make sure that you have a nice balance of, you can pick 3 compounds maybe and 2 isolations, okay? So I'm about to go and show you my favorite isolation exercises. You don't have to do them all. Just pick 1 or 2, okay? That's all I need you to do. Don't start getting crazy and say, I'll do this, and this. No, okay? Less is more sometimes. Now, that being said, let's go downstairs and I will show you the exercises, how you should be executing them. You try them all, okay? That your task when at home, your homework at the gym, is to try these all and see which one you feel the most, okay? And you pick it according to what it feels easier to you and what you feel the most in your glutes, because everyone is different. That's what I do with online coaching. I help people understand what exercise works best for them, because I don't just copy my workout and give it to them. That's why I personalize every workout for every single individual. Because if that was the case, people wouldn't grow. What works for me doesn't necessarily work for another person, because we've got different genetics, different stages of our training, etc. Now, enough, because I just get passionate, try to speak too much. Not even the words are coming out with me. Let's go, and I'll show you all the different exercises, okay? Let's go. Oh, it's a push, not a pull. Gotcha. I'm going to be looking at the cable machine like we said before. There is different ways to use the cable machine to target your upper glute area. So the first thing I want you to do is to grab a little ankle strap. I got this from Amazon, nice and easy, cheap as well. Place this at the bottom of the cable machine, okay? Like that. And obviously tie it up. Now, there is 2 ways that people do this exercise that will target your shelf, side, or top area of your glutes, or side booty, whatever. It's the same. They're all either side booty, top area of your glute, shelf, whatever you want to call it, is the same, okay? Now, there is this, which is personally my favorite, but you have to try whatever works best for you. Now, so you're completely parallel to this, okay? I like to just distance myself a little bit more, okay? The cable is placed on the further legs, on the furthest leg. I like to hold here, okay? And what I want you to do is just kick. I like to tilt my foot, but that's not compulsory. You can also keep it straight. Science actually shows that there is no difference to whether you tilt your foot or not. I personally like to do it for myself, but you don't have to. Okay, so tilt your foot, and I just kick to the side, nice and easy. You don't have to do anything. The easiest thing ever. So there is a slight bend to me, okay? So I go like this, if it makes sense, so that I can target more, rather than just being completely upright. Not too much, just literally only slightly, so that I can also hold on to this in the meantime too, okay? What I do, just kick to the side. Make sure that when you come back, you go past the other foot, okay? And then kick to the side. Nice and easy. I'm not doing this, and I showed you before that this variation of the cable kickback, where you completely stand and then you lay down and then kick, this will target your gluteus maximus. So we're not talking shelf, side booty, top area of your booty anymore. If you do this, it's wrong. It is right, but you're not targeting the area that you want. So again, standing parallel to this, hold on to this, tilt your foot slightly, 30-degree angle, kick to the side. You don't have to kick too much, okay? Just a little bit. Okay, that is the range of motion, and then you make sure that you come back past your foot over there. And repeat again. Make sure you squeeze. I want you to feel this area. Even place a hand here that will help you feel and engage the muscle a little bit more. So slow, return slow. And then again, squeeze here. I want you to feel this, In terms of the weight that you select, I'll tell you the weight that I selected myself. And I chose a 5 kg. So you might even, if you're a complete beginner, you want to even start lighter, maybe 3 kg, because with this particular exercise, you don't have to lift heavy, okay? Now, let's see the second variation of the gluteus medius kickback that a lot of people actually tend to make. You might have seen it on TikTok as well. So this time, you'll put this higher up, just below, actually just below, so one below your knees, okay? What I want you to do, what people will do, if your foot gets stuck, okay, on the floor, make sure that you actually you get a plate and you step on it, okay, to increase the range of motion and to avoid that there is any interruption with the movement, okay? And what people do, okay, you distance yourself from this, okay? You don't lean forward this time, you wouldn't. So then stay upright. That's it. It's slightly different to what we did before, but different. Different but similar. Similar, same but different. Do you know what I mean? Now, if you don't feel this a lot, make sure you just distance yourself a little bit more, okay? So you see how I'm standing upright? I'll put a split screen so that you can see the difference to that one, okay? Very short range of motion as well. You see how far my foot goes, okay? That's all. That's how far it needs to go. It doesn't have to go all the way, okay? That's it. And you should be feeling in here. Now, if both of these variations do not work well for you, I'm going to show you a third actually variation. Let me just grab a mat. We grabbed a mat, and what I did, again, we got our knee as reference just below it, so that you know what we're doing over here. And then you grab a mat and you want to place it exactly parallel to your cable extension. Now, ideally, when you do this exercise and you want to try the height, because you might realize, well, but how high do I actually put it? Go on all fours and make sure that this corresponds to your hip height. Okay, so you see where your hips are? It needs to be about the same height, the same level, okay? Now, second thing that we're gonna do, obviously strap the foot, the one that is on the other side, hands on the floor, okay? Lift it up, lift your foot up. Again, I like to tilt it, you don't have to, but personally I feel like it helps me more, okay? And kick to the side. You can also adjust your hands to help with this, okay? You will know what works best for you. If an exercise feels awkward, if a weight feels too hard, you will know, okay? And what you do, just kick to the side, like so. Nice and easy, and it's already burning me here, the side of my glutes, aka your top area or your glutes. So that's 3 different exercises that I showed you. It's up to you to try them all and see what works for you, because remember, everyone's genetics is different, everyone's level of experience is different. So some people might find this easier, some people might find this harder. So I gave you 3 of the cable variation. Even so, let's say you're not particularly comfortable with any of these, I'm still going to show you more for your gluteus medius and minimus. So just hold on tight. Okay, so next, very important thing. So what I said before, if you paid attention, is that When working out your side glutes or your top area, aka shelf pad, whatever, we're doing isolation exercises. Now, isolation are completely different from compounds because we're choosing lighter weight like we've seen before. We're doing more reps though. That is one thing. I like to do these. They're very, very easy. So even if you're a super beginner that has never done glute exercise, you'll be able to feel these and you'll be able to do these, okay? So all you need is a resistance band, and I like to do it as a superset. So if you don't know what superset is, it is something that you do with no rest after an exercise, another exercise. So you might do that you're doing a squat, which is a compound, and you're targeting your gluteus maximus, okay? But let's say you also want to throw in there some side booty, some gluteus medius top area shelf workout kind of thing. You could do this as a superset, okay? So you will finish your set of squats. Straight away, you place the band. Let me just adjust it slightly so that you can see exactly what I'm doing. You place this just above your knees, like so. And what I want you to do is slightly lean forward, so not completely upright, but you slightly lean forward like this, okay? And I want you to work against the resistance. So step to the side, working against the resistance. And I want you to pick a band that is heavy enough, okay? You can't pick a light band that you can't even feel, okay? This needs to be strong, okay? I want you to really push against the resistance of the band, okay? And you will do between 30 reps. Do you remember when I said you have to do high rep? Because here we're not using any weight at all. That's why I want you to do high rep, even higher reps, okay? So 30 reps of this, and you can put them around your waist. Next, again, should be quite an easy and straightforward exercise. I'll show you first without any weight, and then I'll do it with the plate, so to give you two options. What we want to do, actually I'll just stay on this side so it's easier for you to see. You will lean on the bench, okay, like so. And I want you to shift your hips, okay, forward, like I'm doing over here. So rather than just standing completely straight like this, move them slightly forward like so, okay? You use the other hand to hold on to the bench, okay? Leg up, and I don't want you to just lift it up and down like I'm doing over here. This way, you're not working out your glutes anymore, okay? So what I want you to do, tilt your foot, again, what I like to do, push it backward, like so. So not in front of you, back. It needs to be behind the bench. Tilt it down, 30 degrees down. Hip forward. You can hold onto the bench if you prefer, okay? Go down and up. Down and up. That's how far I want you to go. I don't want you to go all the way up, like so, remember. Just, this is how high I want you to go. Remember to squeeze over here. You should really feel it here, the top area of your glute, okay? Now, let's say that you wanted to make it a little bit harder. So what do? You grab a plate, you place it on top of your working leg. Let's see how you look. Place it here so that you can feel it, the weight even more. And you lift it up, squeezing your glutes at the top, okay? This is a really easy exercise. If you wanted to make it slightly harder and more difficult, you obviously use a bigger weight, okay? This should be quite straightforward to understand, but the more you practice, the more you'll feel better for you. You need to learn as a beginner or even more advanced or intermediate lifter, you need to really learn to listen to your body, because your body will tell you if you need to readjust your foot positioning, if you need to tilt it a little bit more, if you need to add weight. If you can't feel it in your glutes, it means that you need to do something to slightly alter it. Usually with my clients, they send me a video so I can know exactly what they're doing wrong, so I can give them feedback and tell them how to adjust it. Last but not least of a great side glute exercise, let me just get the mat, get down on your elbow and your knee, okay? And what I want you to do is to open up. It's basically like a clam, but in the air. Okay, and then you will shift, you go down, but without actually letting your hip touch the floor. And then up again, and then down again. If you need to readjust this, and if you can't feel it feels a little bit awkward, it means that you need to come a little bit higher up with your knees, okay? I want you to do these at the end. So after you do your compounds, you want to prioritize your compounds first, because those will be your bigger lift, your heavier lift. And after that, after you finish, you can finally do your isolations, because those will require less energy because you're doing less reps. You don't want to tire yourself out too much, and then you can't even lift heavy, because you do need both. They come hand in hand. You can't just do these exercises and not doing squats or deadlifts, and vice versa. You need both in all exercise to target the entire angle and all angles of the pitch. Now, I hope I really helped you, familia, and if I did, please don't forget to like and subscribe, because it really helps me, and I'm giving you so much information for free and valuable. So please like the video and subscribe to my channel if you find this useful. Make sure you try it out. Let me know how you find these, and make sure you pick one or two exercises that you feel the most and you can really connect with. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and see you next time with another video.